Hey guys, it's Ike here with IkesOutdoors.com. I'm up here in Missouri on some conservation land, trying to find some hogs. It's about a little after 6, probably 6:30 in the morning. Been out here since about 6 walking and just kind of looking around. This is the Kickapoo Prairie Conservation Area. Really open, a lot of prairie, exactly like the name says. And man, I'm wet up to my thighs from walking through this prairie grass. Awesome looking area though, man. It's open prairie except for an X, a trees that goes across it. Just forms an X just like that. And my plan was to come up here this morning and sit in the middle of that. But this stuff is just so thick and so nasty in here where there is trees. There's no way I can I thought if I sat in the middle of that I'd be able to go back and forth and watch all the open fields. But it ain't gonna happen. It's just too thick in here to be stalking. So what I'm doing is just going to set up on this field here and wait for the sun to come up. And once the sun gets up and burns some of this dew off, I'm going to start doing some stalking around the edges of these tree lines and try to find some signage from hogs. If there's not any hogs in here, or there's not any sign that there's any, then I'm going to head down to another conservation area called Talbot. It's not too far from here. It's like a couple miles up the road. And there's some good river bottoms up there, so I'm hoping there may be some hogs in the river bottoms up there. But this is an awesome way to test out your gear. Testing out the camera, I got a new tripod on this thing, working out pretty good. Testing out these iCam glasses that I'm wearing, and nice. This morning's awesome. Even though I'm wet, and I don't think there's any hogs in here, just from the sign that I've seen. Man, it's nice. Season ain't even started yet. And I'm able to get out here and test some of my gear out. So backpack that I bought this year, man, this thing, it's probably a good 3/4 of a mile in here to where I'm at now, and this backpack's awesome. I'm getting ready to move on. Move over to the next field. Because there's no sign that there's any hogs in here. There's no wallers or nothing like that. There's really nothing to make me think there's anything in here. And that's the key, and that's how I approach hunting. Is what I look at every piece of land is what would make the deer come to this area. So if there's white oaks and stuff like that, then the deer are going to be in there. But if there's just a bunch of scrub brush and no grass and stuff like that, chances are deer are probably not going to be in there that much. But there's nothing right here that's telling me that there's hogs here. So I'm moving on to the next field and going to see what I can find there. Alright, so I've been all over this place now. I'm back at square one. Jeep's about a half mile that way. So I saw very little sign that there was any hogs in here. If there are, they're few and far between. But this has been an awesome test of my gear, and showed me some of the things that I need to work on, some of the things I need to improve, like the iCam. I'd send them things back and get a replacement on them. Have to watch stretching them things out. But it's nice to get it done now. To get this kind of stuff done, it's 2 weeks till season starts. So this is an awesome way to test my gear. And an awesome way to just get out, man. This morning was awesome. 52 degrees this morning. I'm soaking wet, and it was cold, but man, you can still see the breath fogging up, man. That's just it kind of got some of that out of my blood. I've been wanting to get out and get to do a little hunting pretty bad, so kind of got some of that out of my blood. And this is an awesome place. A lot of open prairie. There's a lot. I heard some turkeys. 2 groups of turkeys gobbling in different directions. So. A lot of potential for other things besides hogs, and it's really thick and really nasty. But I found a couple spots that I could even set up tree stands, and do some deer hunting in here as well. So it's not a very good spot for hogs, but it's fun getting out here doing a little bit of hunting anyway. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna head down to Talbot. They got a conservation department up there, an office up there. I'm going to go up there and talk to the game rangers and see what they say about hogs, see if there's any hogs on Talbot, see what they know about that. Use your game rangers, use your offices, call them up. They'll tell you different things, especially conservation land. They'll tell you information about conservation land, and especially feral hogs. They'll be more than willing to tell you all about feral hogs and where they're at, so you can go kill them. So I'm gonna head up there, talk to the game rangers, and then I'm gonna go over and try to shoot some dove. So I'm gonna try to strap this Roscoby that I got on my bow to the bottom side of my shotgun. So we'll see how well that works out. I don't actually have the mount like I need, but We'll see how well it works out. I'm sure I can rig something up. So we'll head that direction. I bet you're wondering why I'm sitting on the ground out here in this wet nastiness. My backpack's back here behind me now. My bow's over there. I was cutting across this open pasture and not paying much attention, and I stepped into a hole. Stepped into that bad boy. I can tell you one thing. Definitely rolled my ankle. Definitely pulled a muscle in my back. And it sucks getting old. But that hurt. That hurt bad. Muscles in my back. Right here along this left side. Man. What a day. What a day. The Jeep's only about another half mile. You can see I wonder if you can see all the steam coming off of me from being wet. That may just about do it for me today. I think a home and a change of clothes and then come back dove hunting. I think this is definitely detrimental to my psychological health, which is always on balance anyway, so totters on a razor's edge, that's for sure. That right there was just the last straw. Man, that hurt. Got a half mile to go on a bad ankle and a pulled back now. I thought the Jeep was right here. That's why I was cutting this direction, but it's actually around the corner on the other side of this property. This property is almost a mile long, and I'm almost smack dab in the middle of it. So I gotta go back this way and back to the Jeep to get around. Now I got a bum ankle and a bad back to help me get there. So get tough or die, I guess. So it's time to get tough. Okay, so I got a little lost. Ended up on the wrong corner of the place. I thought I was going the right direction, but I was going quite the opposite. So I ended up in the exact opposite corner of where I needed to be. So I'm a mile from the Jeep right now. A bad ankle and a hurt back from falling in a hole. The Jeep is up there on top of that hill. I'm hoping that all my bad experiences are right here in this first hunting trip this year. This will be it. It'll be nothing but good luck and smooth sailing from here on out. For some reason I don't think that that's going to happen. I'm actually walking down a county road right now because I gave up. This is what I would have to walk through if I was just in there, and boys, that ain't fun. So I'm headed to the Jeep, and then I'm headed to the house, change some clothes, get on some stuff that's dry, and then maybe find some place to go do some dove hunting. So another great adventure with Ike out in the woods. This is the way it goes. This is the reality of hunting right here. It ain't like what you see on TV. We make mistakes. We do stupid things. I got a GPS and I just wasn't looking at it. I got completely turned around, and now I'm paying for it. So this is the reality of it. I don't have some guy sticking over my shoulder telling me what to do. Our equipment breaks. We do things wrong. We make mistakes. But we're not professionals. So this is the reality of deer hunting. This is what it's like to be a solo hunter. Not to have anybody to help you out. So you get to pay for those mistakes and get to learn from them. Next time I'll use my GPS, and I'll make damn sure that I'm going the right direction. Alright, well, I couldn't resist. I was right up here by Talbot. I'm about 30 miles from home. So I was right up here by Talbot. I went ahead and ran over and did a little bit of dove hunting, even though I'm wet up to my thighs and my back hurts and my legs hurt. And it wasn't too bad. I spent about an hour over here and got 4 shots and shot 1 dove. So it's only about 9 o'clock, so I'm gonna go home and have some dove for breakfast, I think. But there was a lot of people out there in public land, and I went to a quick, easy spot to get to, which probably was a mistake, but there was a lot of people out there. There were some people slinging some lead at some doves, that's for sure. So, but I got 1 dove, and I'm gonna come back, at least for my day, being wet and all the pain and misery of the morning. I can say that I was able to harvest something. So 1 dove take home and have for breakfast. But for now, I'm Mike from Mike'sOutdoors.com. This has just been the first installment in my hunting journal for this year. Just getting out of the house, getting out and trying to shoot some doves, and trying to find if there's any hogs around here, which there's not. So we're definitely going to keep doing this and keep doing this during deer season. Hopefully we'll have some deer footage here pretty dang quick here in a couple weeks. So appreciate you guys watching this, and I'll let you know how the dove tastes.